better than they do. Amen? Amen. I'm finished. Thank you. God bless you. Amen.
Reverend Malone is just a phenomenal preacher. I wish we had more rails around the state and around the country, because not only can he preach on Sunday morning, he can get up and do business on Monday morning. And for those of you who were at the summer convention in Savannah in June, he was our closeout preacher at Connors Temple Baptist Church. And one of the most phenomenal messages I've heard in my life was that sermon. We put it up on YouTube, and every now and then I'll click on it and I'll listen to him, but he was absolutely on point. He was on fire in Savannah. He was on fire. Y'all heard Alicia Keys say that? He was on fire. Yeah. He was on fire in Savannah. And what he's really doing is he is continuing the Poor People's Campaign. That's right. Yeah. He mentioned Dr. King's birthday at Ebenezer. Jose had all those little rookies, 19, 20-year-olds, sitting in the back of the church, and down front at Dr. King, at Abernathy, C.T. Vivian, Andy Young, Jesse Jackson, Dorothy Cotton, Bernard Lee, Y.T. Walker, all of them down front. We were kind of on the back. And Mrs. Alorna Clayton brought in a big birthday cake. And Dr. King said, I don't want no cake. He said, no, we're busy. Ralph and I got to travel. And she said, oh, Martin, come on, get a piece of cake. He got a little piece of cake, and he told Jose, cut the cake up and just share it with the staff. But the reason they were organizing the Poor People's Campaign is because Dr. King and Dr. Abernathy had been to Marks, Mississippi. And Dr. King had gotten on his knees and cried like a baby because of what Dr. Abernathy told me. I wasn't there, but Dr. Abernathy explained it to me. He said, Tyrone, when Martin and I went to Marks, he said, Martin saw these babies walking around naked, bellies protruding from malnutrition, teeth falling out, hair hadn't been combed and seemed like a whole year. He said, Dr. King got on his knees and cried like a baby. They had no running water, no sanitation system. And he said, Ralph, we've got to do something about this. We got to take this issue to Washington. Right. And that the idea of the Poor People's Campaign March on Washington came from Marks, Mississippi. If you go to Marks now, you'll see casinos and everything else around Marks today. But that's where the Poor People's Campaign idea came from. And so Reverend Malone is carrying on the extension of the Poor People's Campaign, focusing on health, education, welfare, and all of the other issues that he has on his agenda. In addition to me being on the bus with him, Senator Charles Steele, who will be here in a few minutes, is committed to being on the bus. Reverend C.T. Vivian, our president, is committed to being on the bus. I hope Chairman Bernard Lafayette can go on the bus. He works at Emory, but hopefully he can be on the bus. So we're going to be with Reverend Malone, because Reverend Malone has always been with us. 1999, he brought us to Waycross, and he helped initiate a movement to get John Fluke elected mayor. The first black mayor in Mr. Waycross, John Fluke won. We had Governor Roy Barnes over. I'll never forget that. And then we came back in 2006 at the request of Charles Steele, because Dr. Rhonda Cross Scott was under fire from Homerville. Y'all know Dr. Scott? Lindsay Scott's wife. Lindsay Scott, University of Georgia, championship 1980. Yep.
I know Malone too.
Yeah, I was reading. Dr. Rhonda was with us last year here at Shoemaker Church. She came on Sunday, and she was sitting there with her grandbaby. She couldn't be here on Saturday last year, but I saw her last year, and I had just seen her at the Capitol in Atlanta with Lindsay. Lindsay was honored because a young boy from Macon had written a book about him, a white boy wrote a book about him, and I said, you should have come and interviewed some of us about this, because we know him pretty well. But Reverend Malone is doing something, ladies and gentlemen, that's very, very, very important. And your communities need to be connected in these regions. As he said, where's that mic? Where's that mic? We need the mic because we're going to call on our officers and Commissioner Maxwell to come up. Commissioner Maxwell couldn't be with us last night, and he's here now. But I'm urging everybody to connect, fill out the forms. We need your information, so Reverend Malone can follow up. We need to support him. Outside, you'll see his big van. He's got Gabby on his van. Gabby's on the van. Yes. What that's Gabby on the van. That's CLC, NAACP on the van. Yes. So we got to support Reverend Malone. He is absolutely a great leader, a great minister, and we just need people like him. He's doing the work of Dr. King and Abernathy, Jose Williams, and all the great leaders who came before us. Commissioner Maxwell, you were with us last night. I understand you had a little problem with your electricity out in the country in your meeting, but everybody else who was at Rosie's last night brought us greetings, all of the elected officials from here and beyond. So we want you to just bring us greetings from the Board of Commissioners. Brother Cody was there last night, but we want to hear from you this morning. Then we're going to call up our officers.
I want to say good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, we did. That's still country living. Sure it is. I had some greeting the vice president. You know, they was down last night picking some business, and just how I got through with the business, Nancy and my wife just got through preparing the food for the funeral, and all of a sudden that and everything went dark. You ain't kidding. The kids, them little kids went, what's going on? Then you got to get the candles out, and then you have to be able to get the lamps out at this one at a time. And I'm sorry that I could not be there, you know, on last night, but I know we had one at a time. But I just want to welcome all of you all, you know, to Brooks County on behalf of the county commissioners. And we just glad that you all have chosen you early in Brooks County again this year. That's right. And we want you all to know that whatever we can do to make your stay here, that's right, we will be glad to help you, because we got one of the best in here. That's what happened. Oh yeah, my good friend, Lieutenant, that's right, Bell, that's right, Captain, I'm sorry, Captain, that's right. See, that they move up so fast that sometimes I forget. That's what happened. But he's here, you understand, to look at us, make sure that everything is okay. And we just want to make sure that all of you are here. Now, we want you all to spend some money in Brooks County while you're here. Okay? Do not take it back to Atlanta, Macon, Savannah. We want y'all to leave it right here, because we need it. Okay? Fill up your gas tank. That's right. And we're going to feed you, but you get hungry later on, you understand? Go down to Rosie. That's right. Eat again. You understand? You know what I'm saying? That's right. And whatever you need, just leave that tax dollar right here in Brooks County. So we really need it. That's right. And we just want to welcome you all again. And be careful now. Be careful. You understand? Because what happened? It's slippery outside, and make sure that when you drive, make sure you understand that you drive careful. Okay? But we don't want nobody to have an accident. But we appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you. Are there any other elected officials who did not have a chance to speak last night or who are here this morning for the first time? We'd like you to bring greetings from wherever you're from. Any other elected officials? Tyrone, what about Emily? Yeah, I'm going to call up the officers in a minute. One thing I did say about Reverend Malone, he mentioned it briefly, but when he was pastor in Waycross, up in Americas. I remember him calling me, and Joe Beasley, got Reverend Cameron Alexander, Joe Lowry, and he said, these folks over here won't name this road in honor of Dr. King. And he said, I need y'all to come and march. And we went to Americas, and I saw Joe Lowry and Cameron Alexander. Now, Cameron Alexander is not a marching preacher. He don't march. I saw Cameron Alexander that was leading the General Missionary Baptist Convention. That's right. With Joe Lowry, leading this march through Americas. And shortly thereafter, the name of Martin Luther King Jr. went up on that highway. I'll never forget it. That was 91.
92.
92.
Boycotted for 2 months.
He boycotted it for 2 months. But when you drive through Americas and you're on Martin Luther King Jr., you need to think about Reverend Malone. Because that's how it happened. 1992, they were still fighting. They didn't want Dr. King's name up. So what I want you all to do, if you live in Quitman, Brooks County, I want you all to make the city put Martin Luther King Jr. down there at the intersection by Flash Foods. Because when you're coming in on 84, there is no Martin Luther King. Now it's right here, and it's across the highway going on out, you know, but we want it right down here at the intersection. So when people are driving through, they see Martin Luther King Jr. on the main highway at that intersection right there by Flash Foods, okay? I told Councilman Bradley last night, I don't know, it may be an oversight. I don't know, but yesterday when I came in, I couldn't find Martin Luther King Jr. downtown Quitman. And I rode by the church, and I went on the other side. I said, well, it's a long road. But it ought to be downtown at the intersection, just like we have a culvert. and Lee. Is that Robert E. Lee? Well, probably is.
If you had to go past the post office and turn left,
there you go, see? And those GPS systems, you know how they are sometimes. Those satellites are not working right. But I just urge you, if you live in the city, I did speak to the councilwoman last night. I did tell her that I would recommend that, she go to the city council and at the next meeting, urge whomever does it, to put the signs in there, right down that intersection by Flash Foods. So hopefully when I come back, I'll see Martin Luther King Jr. downtown. I'll be back soon. I'll be back soon. Won't be long. What I'd like to do now is ask our officers, our vice president. Mayor Pro Tem from Douglas. Where is she? Is Pearson out here? Okay. We're going to call her in, but I want our vice president, our treasurer, Miss Pearson, this beautiful Pearson from Douglas. I can't see you in a long time. Where you been? Where you been? You're red and black. University of Georgia colors on. I want you to come up and bring some greetings on behalf of the city of Douglas. I spoke in Douglas last year for the NAACP. That's Coffee County, where Jose Williams taught school. Jose told me he taught school in Douglas, and when I said, I'm happy to be in the town where my movement daddy taught school, the crowd stood up and started applauding. Jose taught school in Douglas. He taught school in Conyers before he went to Savannah to become their research chemist at the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Ms. Pilson, would you come and bring greetings on behalf of Douglas? Good to see you again.
Likewise.
Clark and you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. On behalf of the city of Douglas, I'd like to bring you greetings. Yes, Representative Brooks, I have been missing for a while. I've been having a lot of challenges, but thank God I'm back now and I plan to stay active. We have a lot of work that we must do. We must do. But I'm just so excited to be here with you all this morning. And I didn't get a chance to speak with our other commissioners. A week ago buried my sister, so things have really been in turmoil for me. And I've got to have surgery on my back shortly. But I'm just excited, glad to be back. Look forward to working with the group and moving forward. Because as I say, we have a lot of work to do. I'm a counselor in the prison system. And I tell you, my heart goes out and I cry often because I'm seeing our young black men come in, and it's a terrible state, but through God, we will persevere. Amen. But just thank you all so much and greetings from the city of Douglas.
Thank you very much. I think Mr. Neesmith and his daddy are coming over. I spoke in Baxley last Saturday night for the NAACP. That's Appling County, y'all. You see, I know Georgia pretty well. But Appling and Douglas are on the way probably because the father and son, the son has the Coffee County branch and the daddy has the Appling County branch. And they both told me last Saturday night over in Baxley that they would be here for this conference. So they're probably on the way. Ms. Pearson has been a loyal member of Gabio, a good friend for many, many years. And I remember when I was invited over to speak in Douglas after you all elected your first black mayor. I was invited to come and speak at his inauguration. Unfortunately, he didn't get involved in Gabio as we had hoped and anticipated. But he's no longer mayor. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. But I want the vice president. Y'all never hear from the vice president. I want the honorable, the distinguished lady from Macon, Councilwoman Elaine Lucas. Come up, Elaine, and have the words and tell us what's going on in Macon. Talk about the challenges that black people face in Macon now with all of the changes with your consolidated government and all this. Well, you can tell us. Let's talk about what's going on. Macon is a dear city to us because it's the heart of Georgia. It's the middle. But we've always had a strong Gabio, SCLC, Dr. King, Jose, Abernathy, all of us. So Macon is very, very dear, and I have a lot of kinfolk who came out of Hancock County in Macon. If you like, just give us kind of an overview as to what's going on. They need to know about our Middle Georgia, crown jewel, Macon, Georgia.
Thank you very much, my president. That's my president. First of all, I want to bring you greetings. I want to say hello to everyone and I think I've spoken to just about everybody this morning, but if I haven't, good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. For the last 25 years, it's been my pleasure to represent a portion of the city of Macon on the Macon City Council. It's been an honor, and for that same time, it's been my honor and pleasure to come to Gabio, to be a part of Gabio, and to do whatever I could to make sure that our folks were adequately represented, that we shared ideas, that we were able to talk with each other, help each other with situations that we're dealing with, and all of us have some common things, things that are going on that all of us share. And so that is one of the greatest things about Gabio, that we are able to network and that we're able to talk about things that are happening to us and come up with some solutions. So that has been one of the things that I have held nearest and dearest to me, involvement in Gabio. If you come through 75 or 16 or 475, any of those, you come through Macon. Yeah. And so we would encourage you to stop off. You know, we're all in the phone book, Henry Sickler, and I have served, Henry served 30 years on Macon City Council, and so Henry is our treasurer for Gabio. But if you come through and you need to make contact with us, please do that. We're in the phone book, or you just, you know, Google the Macon City Council and our contact information is there. We're always there for you if you need us when you're in the city of Macon. Macon has undergone a whole lot of challenges. We elected our first black mayor, the Honorable C.J. Ellis, and he was our mayor for 8 years. And during that time, we had a lot of wonderful things happen in the city of Macon. The start of many things. We were able to purchase our terminal station. We were able to see the start of a new hotel, which happened to have been in my ward, and of course, you know, I like that. But Mayor Ellis was the impetus for an awful lot of development, houses for our people, just a whole lot of things, tearing down dilapidated houses, the list goes on and on. And you see how easy it is for me to tell you about the things that he has done. I don't have to consult a paper or anything, and the list goes on and on. And I'm sure the same thing with you. We'd be able to, if we knew your community, to, you know, just rattle off all of those kinds of things that you have done. Black elected officials are able to do an awful lot for their community, but we have to have information. We have to have the courage, and we have to know where to go and who to get help from in order to do what we do. So Gabio helps us to stay together and to do those kinds of things. Well, Macon, I think, is a test case. Macon was a test case for consolidation. And that is an ugly, ugly word. It's a terrible, terrible thing because it's a sinister plot by the Republicans to take over areas that are majority black. Macon, at the time that we elected C.J. Ellis, was 67% black. Macon is now, the city is now 70% black. As of January 1, 2014, Macon disappears because of the consolidation bill that was passed. And guess who helped to sign off on the consolidation bill out of our legislative delegation? Nikki Randall, a black female, been there 12 years. James Beverly, a newly elected black optometrist. And we kind of have to wonder what happened with him. Young, maybe stupid, maybe.
That's right.
Maybe not stupid, but maybe or maybe scared, or maybe had enough. think they patted him on the shoulder and told him, you know, you're not like those other old Negroes, like Lane Lucas and Henry England and that old radical Senator David Lucas, you know, that old Tyrone Brooks. Not radical like Malone over there and Sharon over there, not radical. Not radical like Emily Davis from, you know, you're a good one. We like you. We like you. So he went ahead and signed the consolidation bill. Then there was Miriam Harris, who had been put in the Senate race to defeat my husband, who had served us for 37 years as a member of the House of Representatives. What more would you want? He was a total package, but the Republicans voted for this black female, Miriam Harris, to go in, and her one mission was to sign the consolidation bill. She signed the bill. She was there for less than a year. She signed the bill, and the election was held in July rather than November, when everybody and his mom and dad was going to vote for President Obama. But you know, we come up short. We don't go vote every time, do we? We won't go every time, and that's when they catch us. That is when they do their damage. They know if we have a little rain, if it's too hot, if we gotta work, I mean, this kind of stuff that we will forget about our freedom. And so, July, the election was held. The Republicans, I think they brought them out of the nursing homes. You know, old folks, they dragged them out and did absentee and all of that, but they outvoted us. And they were able to win and to approve the consolidation bill, which eliminates the city of Macon, July 1. It eliminates Smith County, and we end up with a new government. But went to pre-clearance with the Justice Department. It was clear. You know why? Because our 3 blacks who were on the delegation, in our legislative delegation, had signed. That's it. So, as we travel around to other places, we are seeing, like over in Sandersville, which is a part of David's Senate district, we are seeing rumblings of folks wanting to emulate what happened in Macon, Bibb County, because that was a big thing for the Republicans. To first of all, to be able to defeat David Lucas. But he got him back now. He's back. He's back over in the Senate. And he's kicking butt. I tell you. That is our bedtime conversation.
I know that, right?
Talking about, I mean, that is very stimulating to talk about all that stuff, you know, kicking Republicans. I really like that. Anyway, that takes me off of my train of thought. Okay. So, over in Sandersville, there are rumblings because that's a majority black community. There's talk about, you know, patterning what their takeover behind what they were able to do in Macon Bibb. So what we need to do is to make sure that we spread the word, because there will be attempts to take over majority black and majority Democratic areas using Macon as the pattern. That was the test case. They were able to do it. They were not finished with us. They were not finished with us. After they got consolidation, went back to this session, and the first bill that Senator Staten, our Republican senator, introduced, one of the first ones, was nonpartisan elections. So the Republicans can hide who they are. They can walk someone in office, come and tell you.
That's right.
You know, if you don't know, tell you this, that, and the other. I don't go by party labels. I just vote for the best candidate, and I'm the best candidate. That's the kind of thing that they're pulling. Now, we have filed an objection with the Justice Department. Henry and I introduced a resolution to council just this past week. We got it passed. We have a 15-member council, 8 blacks, 7 whites. We only had vote for it. So that was a major thing, major. And they're also trying to take the taxing power from our Board of Education because we have a black superintendent who is making education productive for the majority black student population of Macon-Bibb County. A few years ago, our board did not have taxing power. They could not levy their own taxes. They were the only county in the state that could not do that. So my husband introduced legislation and brought it back for a vote. The people of Macon-Bibb voted to allow the board taxing power. And so now, so we go through all these white superintendents. No problem.
Come on,
They
come
can handle the
on.
money. But we got a black superintendent, and then we've got some black folks on the Board of Education who support this black superintendent. And you kicked out some of the folks who were making over $100,000 and doing nothing. They have to be white. They are mad. And so now the Republicans go up there and old buddy Cecil State again goes up and introduces a bill that would keep our school board, take away the taxing authority of our school board. Well, we've got another resolution coming of the full council to oppose that, and we will get all of that stuff into the Justice Department. In one day, we had about 100 folks to come through my little office in Macon and fill out an affidavit saying that they oppose nonpartisan elections. So I thought that was real pleased because it's hard to get 100 people to do anything on anything. So I just thought, so that will be submitted to the Justice Department. But we also have our Congressman Sanford Bishop who is going to help, who's going to file along with us in support of our opposition to nonpartisan. And then if they come back with the school board thing, we will also follow that same pattern in filing objections to that. Hopefully we will be successful in this, and then we can go back and attack the redrawn lines.
That's right.
And let me tell you, this is another thing that's going on in communities where when you have redistricting, these Republican legislators know they can't face your head up and win. So they come back with all these different schemes. Well, redistricting, redrawing of the lines. With the consolidation charter in the city of Macon, we had 5 wards in the city. Those were abolished. Those will be abolished. That means that I'll only serve 2 years of my term. Henry will only serve 2 years of his term. Our term will be over the end of this year. We're running now for the new consolidated government. But what they did was they introduced, along with our Nikki Randall, James Beverly, Miriam Paris. I didn't expect any more from the white Republicans. But Nikki and James Beverly and Miriam Paris, I didn't think any more of her because she was dumb when she was on the city council with me. And she works for the money. It's whoever pays her. But anyway, there are 9 districts that they've drawn. They've taken the city and the county and they've drawn 9 districts. Whereas I used to represent most of the east side of town, I now will be running, like if this is Bibb County, my district runs down the east side of the county, and then it cuts to the south side of the county. That's what I'm supposed to run in. Half of those folks I've never represented before, but thank goodness I've been doing some work in the city of Macon. Right. So they know me, and I'm gonna outwork.
Go ahead, girl. That's all right.
And I know Henry Nicholas district, I didn't tell you this. They got a young black guy who, you met him in Macon. I told you he didn't need to be on any agenda of ours. Right. But anyway, he was in a district where there was a white running, majority black district. There was a white running in there. He moved out of that district and moved over into my district to run against me. 25-year-old young man, they've given him a job. So that's the kind of stuff that's happening.